OfferVault. This is Josh with the Affiliate Marketing Show, and today we have a very, very special guest. He's probably been in the industry longer than some of you have even been born. He is the traffic captain, also known as Andy Wullmer from TrafficPartner. Andy, how you doing today?
Hey man, what's up? All good. I'm back here in Germany, home office.
Yeah, how's the home office treating you?
Well, the point is I'm known as a traveler. I have normally like 25 events around the world. It's strange to be in home. And of course, the first thing you do is like renovate your house, your garden, and clean up everything. But I have to say the work is even more than before, because a lot of people are now concentrated on working at home. There's less shows, so less travel, and the work is good, and dating and sex products right now are exploding. So the traffic is coming in like shit, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, every time I see a picture of you, you're like scuba diving in a tropical island with sharks or something like that. So I'm sure you're going a little stir crazy at home right now.
Well, the point is, when I go on a show like in Bangkok or in Las Vegas or somewhere else, I always try to do some extra day, because traveling from Germany to Los Angeles for a 3-day show don't make sense. So I take an extra week. And of course, I like the adventure. I like to go diving. Scuba diving is my big passion. And there's a reason people call me the captain, because I always had boats, and always when I'm close to the water, I rent my boat, my equipment, jet skiing, water skiing, scuba diving, snorkeling, whatever is with water, I'm feeling great. And even here in Germany, I live only like 50 kilometers from the seaside, but in the moment, it's still not the right weather here for diving.
That's so cool. I've actually never been diving, something I definitely want to do. I know you mentioned before we got started, you've been in the space, 20 years plus, but I want to go all the way back in time before you even got into the industry. And I want to know, what was the traffic captain doing before he was doing affiliate marketing? Did you have any weird, funny, odd jobs? We want to get to know you like the young Andy Wullmer.
Yeah, well, after school, my first education was in a German bank. So I have a German banker license. I worked there 3 years. And then I started to study economics, but it was so boring because I had already the education in the bank. And then I was a backpacker traveling through Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela. And in Venezuela, I kept in a nice place called Chichirivici. It's a national park. So I rented a big house, made the guest house out of it, bought my first boat, so the captain, making tour with tourists. So then I was like 3 years in Venezuela. I like a little hotel owner. Then I became father, I married, came back to Germany and was looking for a real job in a bank, starting with my family. Mm-hmm. And I didn't find any job. There was also economic crisis in this time in Germany. So it was difficult to find a job. And then there was in the newspaper a big advertisement like export manager wanted. And the company was Multimedia Verlag. So I said, okay, it sounds serious. Let's go. I speak languages. I like to travel. So I arrived to the job interview, and then the guy, he said, you know what we do? And that was before the time of Google that you can check everything. And I said, yeah, perhaps you do software or international. No, we do porn movies. And he put me some VHS cassettes over the desk, and he said, hey, come on. We need somebody who sells this internationally, license, buy license, sell license. And he said, hey, you have to travel to Las Vegas, you have to travel to Paris, to Berlin, I said, where can I sign? Where can I sign?
Right, yeah, exactly, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I started as a license dealer in the porn industry. That was 2000. Now, 99 I started, and 2000 then I went to Las Vegas for the shows and everything. So yeah, long time.
So that's pretty much how you found your way into the affiliate marketing space. That was the moment.
Yeah, the moment was 3 years later, because then I worked in this area, and of course I came from the DVDs, and so 2003 I wanted to bring this company online, but they didn't believe in online. So I decided to make myself independent with the chief designer, Roland Groter, and this time he was working also for MMV. And we made our first DVD online shop. It was sexyhouse.com in this time. So we were selling porn DVDs online to a total of Europe, and also some special deliveries to US and Japan, but it was more concentrated in Europe. And there, to get more traffic, because I was in the SEO and I know SEO black hat tricks, and this time Google was easy, it was 2003. But then somebody told me, hey, you can have people, they send you traffic and you pay them for every sale. So I started then my first affiliate program, and it was pure PPS, pay per sale. And yeah, the margin on the DVD market was so high because we bought the DVDs for like $3 and the wholesale, and we sold it for 20. So there was plenty money to pay affiliates, like 30% on every sale. And that was the beginning of the start of my affiliate business.
So what year was that when you got started?
Sorry?
What year was that?
2003.
2003. Okay, cool. And I know you, maybe I didn't mention this, but you're the CEO of the mobile division at TrafficPartner. I know you recently were inducted into the AVN Hall of Fame, which I'm sure you're super proud of. So how did you end up at TrafficPartner specifically?
Well, the point was, 2003, I started the online DVD shop, and for about 3 years, that was running well, was a good business. And then 2006, the first tube sites came out, like YouPorn, Pornhub, Xhamster and stuff, and they destroyed a little bit my business model. So I was really pissed on the tubes because they gave everything for free. It was stolen content. And I saw my sales going down. The other part was that Google, the Google algorithm became always more difficult. So it was more difficult to get up in the rankings. So then I sold my company and I cashed out on the right moment. It was on the top before it was down. And I went back for Venezuela for like 3 years to only do vacation. I bought my boat again. My children were small, so I grew up with my children.
So you wanted to take a break from everything for a little bit.
Exactly, like cashing out and goodbye. And
yeah, exactly.
But in this year, I was like 33 years or something like this. It was a little bit too early to get retired. And then I got contact to the government of Venezuela, and this time there was this socialism revolution with Chavez. So I met the Minister of Tourism of Venezuela, and he asked me to make websites about all the national parks in Venezuela. So then I started with my new partner, Jose, from Venezuela. We started a web agency to make websites for Venezuela in Spanish language. And of course, we were the killer in SEO in South America. So we got a lot of traffic. We got money from the government. We got money from Google. So there I changed from an advertiser myself to a publisher, because before I was selling a product and wanted traffic. And in this part, I changed. I had the traffic and I sell the products.
Very cool. So staying on the topic of TrafficPartner, let's pretend I know nothing about it, okay? Because I'm sure some of our viewers know nothing about it, and obviously they should. What do you want people to know about TrafficPartner? What do you guys do specifically? And when someone hears TrafficPartner, what do you want them to think?
Well, the story was not really finished, because then,
okay, cool.
2009, the situation in Venezuela became worse and worse. So I was in Miami, and Michael Roy showed me up a mobile phone and showed me like the first iPhone. And I thought, man, because a mobile device is such a private device, I thought, wow, mobile phones and sex content, it's a private device. This could be the big one thing. And then we started Sex Goes Mobile. And Sex Goes Mobile was the first product where you can buy videos with the finger click, with the carrier billing. And we launched it in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and then later we got more and more countries. And Sex Goes Mobile is part of the TrafficPartner family. So I was the CEO of Sex Goes Mobile and brought it up to the world. And yeah, later they make the fusion with TrafficPartner, and I still keep everything about mobile because we have apps like iDates. So that was this history, how I came to TrafficPartner, the group. I'm now there more than 10 years with TrafficPartner company group. There's different business units like Grand Slam, Fuckbook, Mad Offers. So it's a conclusion of a lot of different companies, but the headquarters is in Hamburg. So I'm a German. It's a German family business, I would say.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And to the next question, TrafficPartner is a company who is mostly concentrated on dating products, our own dating products. So we are an advertiser. So we have different products like Amateur Community, FriendGain, and iDates, our app, and we have Sex Goes Mobile. All these products are mostly about dating. And on the other side, we have also bought some companies like Mad Offers in Netherlands and Belgium who also do dating products. The family group is also Fuckbook. which is a huge dating site in the US and in other countries. And we have a company that is web billing, where we do billing, credit card processing, debit cards, and all this stuff. And Grand Slam Media is our broker, because the traffic out of our dating member area traffics, we have an RTB system in Grand Slam Media called adnium.com, where we sell all this traffic. And of course, this is the cream of the cream traffic, because the people already paid, they are real, they have credit cards, they have money. So yeah, that's what we do, traffic and dating. And TrafficPartner, of course, because we buy a lot of traffic, it's mostly about buying traffic, selling traffic in the dating area. So TrafficPartner was the right name for this.
Very cool. So I'm an affiliate, let's pretend. I'm at a trade show. Someone mentions TrafficPartner to me. What's the first thing you want them to think?
Make click, click, cash.
Make click cash. You got to get that trademarked or something, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
We are very perfect payment processor and dating. So we know our markets. We do this for more than 10 years, and parts of our company are more than 20 years. So we are the guys for the long term. We have enough money. We invest in our products. We invest in everything that makes affiliates happy. And also for all the classical affiliates, then we have brokers that sell traffic. We have media partner. Even with other dating companies, we have cooperation that we make cross sales, up sales. You know, the name Captain and TrafficPartner, it's like trust, long time relationship. And I'm not the guy who wants to make the fast $10 and then I run away. You know, I prefer $1, but forever.
Right. Yeah. You want to have a long-term relationship and establish some trust with the people you work with.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, cool. So given the current state of the world, obviously this is a really chaotic time for everyone, our industry included. I think this is a great question. Where do you see the affiliate marketing space, the internet marketing space heading over the next couple of years, given what's going on now and what might be happening, you know, within those next few years?
Well, I think through the Corona crisis, a lot of people learned some new things. First, remote working, home office is something that really can work. So I think a lot of companies will learn that remote employees, remote working is not a negative thing. Especially in Germany, companies are not prepared for this home working stuff. And even Germany as a rich country, in the countryside, you have really bad internet connection sometimes. Even in US, there are still white places on the map if you see the connections, internet connections, stuff like this. So I think the government, the companies, and the carriers will put a lot of more money in the infrastructure of internet, and companies will learn what means home office, it's productive. On the other side, the final customer, they learned, especially the older generation that are not so Amazon buying or other shops, they buy everything online. And for example, my parents, they are 70 years old and they use a little bit the internet, but now she buys everything online. Even the supermarket, she don't want to go to the supermarket. She is 75 years old, so she is high risk for
Right.
And she do her orders for the food online. And she said, why I didn't make it before? So I think a lot of customers learn how easy and nice internet shopping can be. That makes more profit for us because we are internet sellers. And on the other side, governments and companies learned also a lot of this crisis. So the future for us in the online business is fantastico.
Yeah, honestly, I love working from home. I don't know how you feel about it. Some people say I can't focus, but I mean, I'm super used to it. I think I can focus. I'm also curious, like, do you think people are going to get rid of their office space altogether? What's your take on that?
Well, the point is now this is for like some weeks. I still miss the moments when I come to the office and meet all my colleagues, and also fantastic ideas come out when you go together to lunch or you have the after work beer and stuff like this. So I don't want to say that we don't need an office anymore. But for example, on Fridays, the traffic jam is always horrible. So why don't make a Friday as a home office and you go the other 4 days in the office, or you can switch this. And I can understand people with small children. It's difficult. When I founded my first company, I had small children and I was working from home, and I really had to close my door for my office, then nobody disturbs me. Because if you have your laptop in the living room, of course, you cannot concentrate so much. My son is now 21, my daughter is 18. I have my office space inside of my penthouse, so everything is cool.
Yeah, I guess it's easy for me to say with no kids that I love it. I'm sure it's a little different. I keep thinking about the family in like a small New York apartment right now, and they're quarantined. It's like, I don't know how they can work.
Yeah, that's difficult. Yeah.
So you're promising all your employees, you heard it first here, Friday will be a work from home day.
Well,
you heard it first on the Affiliate Marketing Show, guys. This is going to be it. So moving right along here, you know, given what we just talked about with the current state of the industry, what would be like the best advice you can give to new affiliates or publishers that are just getting started? You know, they're out of work, they're trying to find a way to make money online. They hear about this affiliate marketing stuff. What would you tell them in terms of the best avenue to take when approaching this new chapter of their life?
well, the first thing is, don't trust any advertising on Facebook or Instagram where people tell you, I make millions and I can teach you, you only need to visit my seminar.
Right, exactly. Okay, so stay away from the make money courses. What else would you tell them? I guess a better question to play off of that. Let's say you get a new affiliate application. What are some of the most important qualities you look for in those new signups?
Well, the point is, I don't want to be discrimination, but if I see the country, and the country is Bangladesh or Pakistan or Mongolia or Nigeria or whatever, I'm a little bit suspicious. Second is, I like to offer my people rev share. Rev share model means we work a long time together, and if I make a lot of money, you will make a lot of money. If we make little money, you make little money. So it's for me, it's the most fairest deal in this business. When somebody arrived, a new affiliate, and he tell me have huge volume and he want only single opt-in and he want the payment every week, all my alarm, all my red flags go up, you know. And yeah, if there are really new ones, like I have sometimes people, they sign up and they not even know, I ask them, which is your website? And they say, oh, I don't have a website, I have only one Instagram account. Of course, these days it's more difficult to start new because every niche is full. SEO takes more time. Media buying, professional media buyers have super tools to check out which traffic converts, which not. My advice is always go to a company. Don't be directly an independent affiliate. Go to a company. For example, my son, he made a practice first. Now he's studying informatics, and he is learning from the technical side, and of course through me and this practice. But if you cannot say, oh, I have no clue of affiliate marketing, and now I want to be the newbie and I start and make millions. Of course, there's always some guys, they're lucky, they have some fakes on Facebook or whatever. But in general, you need to learn what you do. You know, I made so many mistakes when I started. I burned domains because I make black hat, and I invested money in traffic that never convert. There's so many mistakes you can make that the chance that you lose money is higher than you make money. So why not go working, especially young affiliates? Hey, make an application for a company. It can be mainstream, do it, whatever. Go there, learn, hear from other colleagues. They are more experienced. Visit some shows. If there's a show close to you, like there's a show in Berlin, and you live in Germany, go to Berlin. If there's a show in Las Vegas, you live in California, go to Las Vegas. Go there, learn, see, but with real people. Everything what I saw offered on this kind of gurus, they only want your money. You pay $400 for a fucking video class and you get nothing. Then only like the classic words like, yeah, bam, bam, bam. So yeah, keep it real. You can have dreams, but learn the basics first.
So you're saying they should be educated, and most importantly, they should be patient and realize that it's not an overnight success story for most people.
Not anymore. I think my first big money I made very fast, but it was 2003, and there was not a lot of competition. There was not so many rules. and it was way more easier than now. Imagine now you want to do a new dating site, and there's like hundreds of dating sites. They're all successful experience. They have big money, big budgets, big databases. How you want to start that new? And of course, you always can start on yourself, and you can learn. There's some nice YouTube videos. There's some stuff you can learn. If education on YouTube is for free, perhaps it helps you, because these people, they do it like like a mission to teach people. But in general, that's also in Germany, when you want to work in something, you do first an Ausbildung, which means you do a practice for 3 years to learn to be a carpenter, to be a mechanic, to be a banker, to be an affiliate. Education is king. Education is king.
Yeah. So speaking of overnight success, how does the traffic captain define success? Do you define success as wealth, happiness? What's your take on that theory?
Well, there's 3 things. Health, the first thing, if you're not healthy, well, I do also shit, party, drink, to eat too much.
Oh, I know you party. We've partied together a few times.
Yeah, but the point is, my health I keep also, because I go like 5 times a week, I go swimming, I do my scuba dive. I'm still, for my age of almost 50, I feel fit. And health you cannot buy. So take care of your health is one thing. The other thing is family first. My children, my mother, my wife, all this family, you cannot buy also, and the love of your children. Why you make children if you don't put time and love in them? Then you don't need to have children. And business-wise, of course, success is making money, do what you want, have the freedom of decision, build up a cool crew, have partners you can trust. So the business and the business and the balance to your family and your health have to be the right. And I would say, when I was young, I was more the guy who was like a workaholic also sometimes. And then you get problems with your wife. It's classical. You sit 14, 16 hours. Oh, my new project. Oh, I made the first sale. And the wife says, yeah, it's 3 a.m. When do you come to the fucking work?
Yeah, exactly. So basically the health and the family, and when you have those in line, you're going to find that your work life will become successful because you don't have to worry about those things.
Yeah. And it's also passion. Of course, there's a lot of people, they make their money fast. But if you see a lot of people, they work the whole life, the same thing, and they keep on the same level. And then you have some people, they get from zero to rich. So I want to be exactly in the middle. I'm happy that I was not rich with 22 years with 1 million in 1 week. I would go crazy, Success is also something, when you are more experienced and have more life experience, you better know how to handle with the money. And you know that you always put some money to the side. Like if you have, this is your income, take the half of it and put it on a long term. And the other one, you need for your spends and your parties. And the other part, you put in like nice things like cars and Rolexes,
Yeah. As you can see, this is a very high production show from the example Andy just showed us. But I do think the logic there is very important. I totally agree with you there. So let's go on the other side of the spectrum. Not success, but failure. Do you remember a specific failure in your life that you looked back on and said, wow, I'm really glad I went through that because it taught me, A, B, and C, and it kind of led to a future success?
Well, one experience I had when I grew up in a little town in Germany with like 30,000 inhabitants. And I was in the local Kung Fu club. I was the DJ. I was working as a bouncer. So I was like the king of my village. And then I traveled as a backpacker to Mexico for 8 months. And there I learned the lesson that I'm a little shitty nothing in the huge world,
Right, yeah.
And that was not a failure, but I had the totally different, like, oh, I'm the king, I do everything, And then you come there and you see, hey, you're a little boy in a big, big world, and here you open your mouth and somebody kill you. So shut the fuck up, be quiet. So this is one lesson when you grow up. And I think a lot of people need this lesson, that they don't think in your comfort zone. it may be you're the king and everything is easy and stuff, but if you see the world, it's different, you know. It's in Spanish they say you need to be humilde. I don't know the English word for this, but keep it real. Don't be an asshole. Don't be arrogant. Even if you think you're the king, you are not.
That's why me and you get along, because we keep it real. You're the king of keeping it real. Yeah. So let's say I give you a huge billboard. You can put it on any major highway in any major city. What's it going to say? Captain
XXX.
Okay, so it's just literally a straight promo. I love it. Okay, sticking.
It's a story. On Eastern holidays. It's now in the last Eastern days. It was a little bit boring here because also the weather was not too nice outside. So I had this domain Captain.XXX like 5 years lying there in my domain folio, and on this weekend I started to make an old school website out of it. I installed in WordPress, easiest way to make a website. And I started this website only 5 days ago. But there was the time I put all my videos, all my interviews, all my pictures from diving, from travel. So I put everything, what makes the captain, I put in this domain. So yeah, that's what I want to promote.
All right, that makes sense to me. Yeah.
Watch me on YouTube, Traffic Captain, YouTube.
Yeah,
TrafficPartner, TrafficPartner.com. Sign up now.
Exactly. All right, get it all out now. You'll have another opportunity though. Let's say I am a smart, driven college student. I'm coming out of university and I'm ready to enter the real world. What's some advice you would give me to focus on, and what's some things you would tell me to ignore?
This is difficult because, every person is different, and I would not like to give an advice in general like this. So if you made college and university, you made the most important steps in your life already. Now perhaps it's a good time to take a break because, school, college, university, and perhaps to free your mind, do something totally out of the box. And
like travel to Venezuela for 3 years.
Yeah, something like this, or go working as a carpenter, or go on a boat, or travel to Europe or to US, depends where you live, or go to Africa, help poor children, or do music or whatever. But for some months, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, do something different than you did your whole life before. Because only when you look out of the box, you see if your box is good. So you need to come out sometimes out of your comfort zone again.
Great advice. I know your time is valuable, so we'll just do a few more questions here. Let's go back to the industry because, I know that's what our viewers are most curious about. What are some bad recommendations that you're currently hearing, whether you're at a trade show or on your computer at home? But in regards to affiliate marketing, what are some recommendations that you're hearing that you just absolutely disagree with?
Well, I don't like these guys which make money now out of the Corona crisis, selling fucking shitty mask for $15 and they cost like 50 cents. I don't like that people use the problems of other people to make money. That's one of the things I don't like. Then the other thing, what I don't like is that more and more people using, for example, in LiveCam area, I have also a LiveCam studio in Colombia, and we pay the girls good and we treat them like employees. But I heard that there's many places now in other countries where they really explore the women. I don't like this. Even when I was a porn producer, I always treat my porn stars with respect. This is a job. Don't mix it up. And respect for women is something that is very important, especially in the adult industry. Yeah, and the other thing is I don't like people, they give you a handshake on a show and later when it comes to the contract, they never show up. Sometimes this classical way, you're on a show, you have a handshake deal, because I don't run around with a contract on a show. It's my word against you. In the Hamburg city, a handshake is a deal. Even in front of the judge, if you have testifies, it's a deal. A handshake is a deal.
Right.
I don't like people who take handshakes serious.
Yeah, I mean, I get that all the time at trade shows. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna come on OfferVault, and then like 5 emails later, I haven't gotten a reply. You know, I've just kind of gotten used to that as being part of the industry. But I totally agree. I'm a man of my word. It seems like you are too, and I think that's a very important quality, especially in this industry.
Yeah, and especially if you want to stay long in this industry, because that's what you build up as your brand. You know, your word is your word. The captain's word is law.
Exactly. The captain's word is law. All right, let's do 2 more personal questions, and then we'll end this interview on a fun little game. Before the game, what is one of your biggest regrets in life? You look back on it, you wish you would have done it differently.
Well, I told you before that I made the porn online DVD shop. And there's a history. To the same time, somebody made a first online bookshop in Germany. And 3 years later, when I sold my little porn DVD shop, this guy sold his little bookshop to Amazon for $180 million. And I made way less.
Yeah, I bet.
And I was always regretting why I picked something that is so niche that the society don't really pay the price it is. I had the same kind of business model. I only took something that is never in the mainstream, and this guy with this fucking bookshop, he cashed out huge time. So that after this happens, I had like 2-3 years where I regret, and that was also a reason when I was in Venezuela that I switched more into the mainstream, because I wanted to make websites which are really good for the people with more information. And so I don't want white, I don't want black. I'm the guy who takes the gray.
All right. Well, let's leave those regrets in the past. You know, they don't matter. The past is the past. Let's move to success. I think I might already know the answer to this, but what's one of your favorite achievements that you've achieved so far?
Well, I think that both of my children really loves me and respect me. And when, for example, my son or my daughter, they want to go clubbing at night and they say, "Daddy, you come with us." I think this is something, if you have shame to show your parents, you don't go with them together in the club with his friends and your friends. So I feel good that my children have a good relation with me and they learn so much, and I see now them exploring. So my biggest success are for sure my children.
Family first. We're bringing it all full circle, right?
Yeah.
All right. Andy, traffic captain, you've been a great guest. We are going to play a game that I like to call the OfferVault hot seat. Here are the rules, all right? We're going to give you 5 would you rather questions that will progressively get more personal and harder as they go. Now, I'm actually going to be answering these questions as well. So we're in this together, all right? You're not alone here. And I want you to know that pass is an acceptable answer. If you don't want to answer it, we're not going to force you to answer it. And I would appreciate if you could explain your answer. I'll explain mine too. They can be fast though. It doesn't have to be long. We just want to get a feel for why you answered it that way. Okay. Any questions about the OfferVault hot seat before we get started?
No.
All right, cool.
Where's Eddie Grant?
Yes. So question 1, moving right along. Would you rather have the head, I'm sorry, let's back that up. Would you rather have a head the size of a tennis ball or a head the size of a watermelon?
Oh, I take the watermelon.
Probably because you already have a head the size of a watermelon, right? I would also take the watermelon. I think it provides more space for a bigger brain and more knowledge. What's your reason?
Well, I think on my big body, a tennis ball would look shit.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you understand the concept. Let's move right along to question 2 here. We're having a good time. Would you rather have the best house in a shitty neighborhood or the worst house in a fancy rich neighborhood?
The best house in a bad neighborhood, of course.
Just because you're in the house, you don't care what's outside of the house.
No, it's this is the situation I have with the family in Venezuela. The family still lives in the barrio, in the slums, but we put a lot of money. It's like a castle inside.
Right.
And the gangsters never steal in their own barrio. When the gangsters go out, they go to the rich neighborhood and steal there.
So you're kind of like living your best life under the radar a little bit.
Exactly. And
yeah, I would have to agree 100%. And honestly, I don't leave my house much anyways, so I don't really care what's around it. I just want to be comfortable while I'm inside. Moving right along, question 3. You're doing great. You okay so far? These are going to get a little harder. You good?
I will see you one day on the show, so be careful what you ask.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Question 3. This one's a little deep. Would you rather everyone thinks your life sucks, but it's actually awesome, or everyone thinks your life is awesome, but it actually sucks?
No, of course, my life is more important what people think. Fuck off the people.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck what people think, dude. That shit doesn't matter. All right, here we go. Question 4. Keep this going. Would you rather never have internet access again, or never be able to take an airplane and travel again? And I picked this one specifically for you.
Well, fuck off the internet. I want to travel.
So like you can't work, you can't get on the internet, you're just strictly picking the airplane.
Well, the point is, in my age now and with my career, I would like the next 20, 30 years more discover the world than sitting in front of a computer and doing stupid interviews.
Oh, all right. Shots fired. Got it. All right. Well, now I don't feel so bad about these next 2 questions. All right. Question number 5. This one's not too bad. More of a personal preference. Would you rather eat a dead mouse or a handful of live spiders?
If I can cook it, I take the mouse.
You can't cook it. It's a dead raw mouse or a handful of 10 live spiders.
Toxic spiders?
No, they're not toxic. You're fine. It's just
the point is, I would eat those at least when I don't get ill from it. You know, that's the point. Discussing, it's not the point. If you're hungry, you eat both, but I don't want to die from it.
Okay, so as long as you don't die, you're going to eat both. Even though you only have to pick one, you're going to eat both. Understood. Traffic Captain Andy, you've been a fantastic guest. We've had a great time with you on the show. I want to give you the floor. Any final statements you want our viewers to know about you, your company? This is your time. Go for it.
Okay, so check out TrafficPartner.com. Check out my YouTube channel, Traffic Captain on YouTube. And make the click cash with the captain. I'm always on top on the bridge. Make it from the east to the west, from the north to the south. Hey, I'm the mobile gold digger with the finger on the trigger. And make some fucking noise.
Wow, that was fantastic. That's going to be tough to top. Thank you so much. For the Traffic Captain and myself, Josh from OfferVault, let's make that paper. Let's make that dough. This was the Affiliate Marketing Show. See you next time, everyone.
Bye-bye.